I believe we're in the middle of a bull run. We're nowhere near the end of it. So, all right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom. Today I want to talk about Bitcoin this morning. It is 2 minutes before the market opens. So I want to run through what's happened the last couple of days on Bitcoin and the miners, and then maybe we can watch the open and then talk about a few miners in specific. So as always, this is not financial advice. Let's take a quick look at the last 2 days. So this would be Monday and Tuesday. So Monday in general, you can see was a very green day. Monday was a good day for most of the miners. It was a great day for some of the miners. So I ranked these in order on Monday from best day to worst day. So you'll see up at the top, HUT was up 17.04% on Monday. CleanSpark was up 12.23% on Monday. Marathon was up 10.57%. So Marathon is the largest market cap, and that was up over 10% on Monday. Lots of green on Monday. Monday was a nice up day. So quickly, I'll just say Tuesday, I wouldn't say the opposite, but we were a little bit red yesterday on Tuesday. So everything pulled back just a little. Bitcoin was in a downward trend as it continues to be overnight last night as well. Nothing super notable on this chart. Any and Argo blockchain underperformed. They were down 8.15 and 8%. The rest, everything was down, between 1 and 3%. So fairly modest. I want to flip over to the chart. We are now open. So if we look at the Bitcoin miners, so it's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. This is what's happening in the first few seconds of the market open. So as you guys know, with the Bitcoin miners, the first 15 minutes of the day can be kind of chaotic. So sometimes there's some buying opportunities in there. If you move super fast, I usually wait and see how things shake out. But just at the beginning, you'll see that everything is down, 2, 3, 4, 5% across the board. So nothing's crashing, but everything is down fairly substantially. And so let's take a look at the chart. So these are half-hour candles. This was midnight of last night. So from midnight of last night until 6 o'clock this morning, you can see Bitcoin just went down, 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 down. So I think we were up around 61,000 at midnight, and we bottomed out somewhere just around 58,000. This says 58,100 was the low. So that was almost a $3,000 spread overnight from midnight to 6 o'clock in the morning. In the process of that downward trend, we broke a significant line. So I just want to take a look. This was the $59,625 mark. That was a 6-month point of resistance. We crossed through it. We tested it as support kind of once here, twice here, really strong, third time here, and it did hold all these times. So we held these 3 times, and then you can see on this midnight to 6 o'clock in the morning run, we just blew right through this line. So that did not hold on the 4th time. So we are now underneath this. Lines of support tend to turn into lines of resistance and vice versa. So we are now below this line. So now it looks like we need to get back above that line and test it and see if we can get back into our old trading range. Since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's now around, 9:35. So, that's 3.5 hours. It seems like we've stabilized a little bit and we're going sideways. So at the moment, that's what's happening. So I've switched over to the 2-hour candle so we can get a little bit of a broader look at what's going on here. I want to take a look we reached our all-time high now. That was October 20th, so that was about a week ago. And since we reached that, we have now pulled back from this morning's low at 6 in the morning. That's been about a 13% pullback. So, still not a gigantic pullback, but we don't know if we're done or not yet. So a lot of the indicators are still looking a little bit bearish in the very short term. So we could continue this rundown. I just want to bring this green line back into the equation. We haven't had to talk about this in weeks and weeks because we've blown past that, but this was an extremely significant line. So in the event that we continue down, a lot of these other lines in the middle are not very strong. I do think there's some support here in the 57 range if we end up going there. And then the next real support, this line at this green line at 53,724 is my next line of very significant support. And if we look at that, if we go from the all-time high on October 20th, that would basically be a 20% pullback. With Bitcoin and in the cryptocurrency world, a 20% pullback is not considered big at all. So I don't want to leave this off the table. We certainly could continue this pullback down to this green line. I'd like to see that hold as support. Anything past that would start to be disturbing to me. So hopefully we don't go down and test that at all, but that's a 20% pullback. That's a pretty natural thing to happen. So I just want to point it out and leave it on the table that could happen. It doesn't look like we're trending in that direction. However, I don't have a crystal ball, and it is very hard to say. We're at a bit of an inflection point here. We got to see over the next few hours if we jump back over this 59,625 and start heading back up, or if we keep heading down. Bitcoin is very oversold right now. I'm guessing a lot of the leverage positions got washed out overnight last night, and that's why we saw a drastic push down in the middle of the night, I think. So I don't know. So obviously I don't know exactly why that happened. But to sum up, from a Bitcoin standpoint, we're in the middle of a 13% pullback. I showed you 20% takes us right to a very, very strong line of support, in my opinion. And again, these are just my lines. This is not financial advice, but this is the chart we've been using all along on this channel to see how things are going. I'm going to go back to the 30-minute. So if we zoom back in and take a look, you'll see this was the bottom at somewhere in the 6 o'clock hour. So that was very close to 58,000. We're now up over 59,000. So we're up 1,000 points since then. And so we've had about 10 minutes to let things wash out, and a lot of the Bitcoin miners have changed drastically in the last 10 minutes. So I want to just run down where they are right now. Although I'm not quite sure what to make of this day today, to be honest with you. I think we are definitely stuck in what I call a little bit of a neutral zone, and it's hard to tell whether we're bottomed out for the day and headed back up. I'm hoping that's the case. I am going to take this opportunity to buy a few things, but at this point, you'll see the miners are at only a very small pullback. So I'm just going to run down a few of these. HUT is down 2.09%. So that has rallied massively since the open. And again, we're only 10 minutes into the open right now. So that's up from, -6 to -2. Bitfarms is down 2.3%. Marathon is still down 4.79%. Riot is down 3.83%. Hive is down 3.93%. Cleanspark is down 1.32%. Cypher is taking a big hit this morning, down 9.82%. Bit Digital is down 3.06%. Any is down 0.93%. Argo Blockchain is down 2.32%. And I just want to mention one other one, which is DigiHost, which in the United States trades over the counter as HSSHF. They are doing a reverse stock split tomorrow. For those of you who follow the channel, you know that that's a big position of mine. I am just holding through this reverse stock split. Oftentimes, there's a very negative reaction to a reverse stock split. It's totally psychological, because in reality, a reverse stock split, nothing happens at all. Your market cap does not change at all. All that's happening is your number of shares. This is a 3-to-1 reverse split. So your number of shares outstanding are getting cut into a third, and your share price is tripling. The math is exactly equal. So in reality, nothing has changed. However, because you're at a higher price point, oftentimes there's the perception, when a $1.60 stock turns into a $5-ish stock, it looks like there's more room to the downside. In the short term, these tend to react negatively. I'm not doing anything with my DigiHost, so I haven't bought any more over the last few days running into this. I'm not going to buy any today. I'm going to see what happens tomorrow. I'm certainly not going to sell any, regardless of what happens, but I'm kind of bracing myself to see how that reverse split goes. The end game of that is to uplist to the NASDAQ. So they're looking to uplist to the NASDAQ. They're looking to raise more money in the future. So getting themselves down to 25 million shares is actually a very good thing, but it could be a bumpy road in the short term. So for me, I'm holding on, bracing myself. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Bitcoin has continued to travel up just a little bit, and all these Bitcoin miners are really moving up along with it. I don't think there's any point in me running through any individual charts based on the fact that everything is moving so quickly. I will say the things that are still down a little bit that represent a buying opportunity, Marathon's still down around 5%, and Marathon has had a huge run. So this is a little bit of a natural pullback. Riot's still down over 3%. A lot of the rest of these, CleanSpark just went green. So if you were hoping to pick up any CleanSpark today, hopefully you already did it. Now, I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the day. First 15-minute trend is that the Bitcoin miner stocks have recovered dramatically. So I guess we'll have to hold on and see, do we continue this upward trend? Was that the bottom last night at 58,100? Or are we going to go for a full 20% pullback down to my green line at $53,724? So if we can get back above the yellow line at 59,625 and test that and turn that back into support, then hopefully we're off to the races again. But again, a 20% pullback happens regularly, so that would be right to my green line. So I don't want to leave that off the table. So I wish I could give you a definitive answer this morning, but I can't. I don't have a crystal ball. Having said that, I still remain bullish. I believe we're in the middle of a bull run. We're nowhere near the end of it. So all of these things are temporary in my opinion. So if there is a pullback today and we end up getting that 20% pullback, I will be buying several stocks. Most specifically, I'm looking to get some more HUT and Bitfarms. I buy on every dip, and then I'll just have to look past that and see if anything is presenting itself as an opportunity. In the meantime, what I'd rather see, as much as I'd like to do some more buying, what I would rather see is let's just have 58 be the bottom and start heading back up. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Best of luck, everybody. I will do an update video maybe at the end of the day to see where we ended up, if we've changed directions or something definitive has happened. So good luck trading. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.